Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So welcome back to my playthrough of Hitman. On this part we'll be doing the England Dartmoor murder mystery. Gonna have a lot of fun with this. And I was thinking about how I would record this one. I was thinking about originally making a suit-only master guide on this. But then I decided, you know what? We're going to do the private investigator approach, and we're going to play it the very first time. And the reason I wanted to do that is because whenever I watch people play, like, you know, detective games, like trying to figure out who's the killer and stuff like that, it was always the funnest watching them try to figure it out the first time. So you guys are going to try to see me figuring out the first time. I don't know who the killer is. I'm going to try to figure everything out, try to put everything together. I did play a tiny bit of this mission beforehand. The only thing I did was I just basically ran into the house, knocked out the private investigator, and just went up to the bedroom. That's it. I then decided, you know, we're going to do this from the start, and we're going to try to figure this out all on our own on who the killer is. So there's a dead body in the mansion, apparently suicide, but we're going to get to the bottom of it. We also have to take out Carisle and also get the case file. So let's do this. Hope you guys enjoy this. Death in the family. Let's watch the briefing. End of the line, huh? We did that in San Andreas the other day.
She came home.
Carlisle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carisle is dead, according to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlisle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carisle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlisle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown
The Opium Wars, that was in the 1800s when the British Empire tried to force opium in China and fought the Chinese. And apparently her great-grandfather had made a lot of money from that. It's really messed up.
Sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlisle keeps a case file on the Constant, information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47.
So we're gonna need that case file too. Okay, and we get a medic poison, I guess, here. I always bring that in case. Lockpick and, gun. Okay, let's start this.
Thornbridge Manor, the Carlisle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carisle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlisle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlisle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Okay, so let's do this. And this level has a lot of feels of And Then There Was None. And Then There Was None, that was a book that Agatha Christie wrote. It's a pretty old book. And the story of it was there was this island in England, and it had a mansion very similar to this. And basically what had happened was the people had been all invited to the mansion. The people that were invited, the owner of the mansion, had something against all of them. And one by one, the guests are murdered. And they try to figure out who the killer is.
Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47.
Okay, so we're gonna follow this private investigator here. So the mansion does have a lot of security. A really big house. There's the private investigator. Okay, let's enter through here. Climb over this. Watch out for some more guards.
This is what I mean. You have to be patted down before you see Madame Carisle inside. Oh, I can't cry.
There's the private investigator.
Sir, I just need to check.
That's a bit excessive, I think, considering the fact that I spotted no less than 2 routes to get inside the house unseen.
We know what we're doing, sir. Don't worry about that.
Okay, let's get into the mansion now. Okay, here he comes. We're going to ambush him now. Oh, what the? Okay, okay, we might use that baseball there, and I apologize for, I apologize for messing that up earlier there. Okay, let me go in here. So usually, like, I try to, like, do a mission and, like, and get, like, a good suit run on it and then try to figure out a strategy for it. But, like, this one, I want to do this one my first time because, you know, doing a murder mystery, especially the first time, is always the best. Okay, so we're gonna throw this baseball. Okay, private investigator should be coming in here. There he is.
Before you see Madame Carisle inside. Oh, I could just cry.
Sir, I just need to check.
That's a bit excessive, I think, considering the fact that I spotted no less than 2 routes to get inside the house unseen.
We know what we're doing, sir. Don't worry about that.
Okay, there he is, and we just wait for him to,
the famous private investigator, hired by Madame Carisle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47.
Just wait till he comes over here. Okay, and now we'll throw this baseball over here.
What's going on here? Who's throwing things?
Okay, now we got him. There we go. Okay, private investigator outfit. Hide him in here. And we'll take this baseball just in case. Okay, let's wait down here. I think Carisle does come down here, and then the butler will take us to the bedroom.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madame Carisle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
Okay, so he's gonna take us to the bedroom, and that's where we'll find a dead body.
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carisle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carisle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before
Yes,
you inspect
he will.
the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carisle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carisle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
Okay, here it
locked
is.
room murder mystery 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this. Why don't
And let's save here also in case we mess something up with the
you
case.
use your camera to scan the dead body 47?
So this is the farthest that I've gotten up to before.
Throat
I
markings indicate
didn't do
a
more
rare,
than this.
short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47. Zachary was shopping for New Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
And this one, this is the secret lever here.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. You've likely not exhausted the room for clues, 47.
Please stay back.
Zachary's bedroom. Okay, we have that. 4 to 6 clues found. Okay, there should be something else in this room. Okay, what is this? Oh, the suicide note.
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
Okay. I am haunted by horrible past choices and their all-consuming consequences. Alexa was the raft of keeping me afloat. Without her, I cannot go on. Goodbye, signed, Zachary.
I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Okay, here he is.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carisle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no.
Hello, sir.
I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carisle.
This is very useful information, 47.
Zachary Carisle, Alexa's younger brother and fellow resident of Thornbridge Manor. Zachary was found dead in his bed this morning, and despite a suicidal note and doors locked from the inside, Alexa is convinced he was murdered. Gregory Carisle. Let me move this camera here over to the side so we can read all of this. The oldest child of Alexa. Gregory is a suspect. Middle child. Youngest child. Wife of Gregory, daughter-in-law. Son of Emma and Gregory. Patrick is a suspect in the murder of Zachary Carisle. And there's the butler. The butler's also a suspect. Okay, we have several rooms we can go to now. Okay.
How does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
What is this here? Painting? I think this one's something outside. Okay. What's this? Paperwork scanned. A portrait of Montgomery Carisle, Madame Carisle's later older brother, located in the sitting room. Documents gathered by Rebecca on recent movements of assets belonging to the media branch of the Carisle holdings. They show a number of unauthorized movements of funds and privileges. Okay, let's see what else we got here. The dining room. Let's go check that out now.
Huh.
What's this? Edward Carisle's notes for the eulogy he is writing for his mother's pretend funeral. The handwriting does not match Zachary's suicide note. Okay, so Edward's, okay. So that means Edward is most likely not the killer, then. his handwriting doesn't match. What's there to take a picture of here? I don't understand. Okay, let's go up top. We can always come back to this later. Here.
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
Okay, this is Rebecca's room. What's on the computer? Let's see.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Okay, I guess that, Rebecca's room, there's another clue here somewhere. What's this? Here, let's see. What is this?
Aaron Ford Jr. calling from Morgan, Yates & Cohn. I need to get a listing of asset transfers from the Carlisle account HTC. No, I need it immediately. Yes, I'll hold. Yes, I'm still here. It doesn't exist. What do you mean it doesn't exist? Sorry, gotta go. I'll call you back later.
Well?
Well?
Well, what did you find? Yates better well have a damn good reason for not being here in person. Christ! Really don't have a clue, do you? I'm talking about that weasel Arthur Edwards. Can we get back what he stole from me?
So far, it looks like we can't. All the transfers of funds and privileges I've been through have been bulletproof. He intercepted the arrangements our office worked years to put in place.
That's the constant.
Yates should be here. He made the arrangements. He should bloody well be the one to clean up this whole mess.
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
Don't kill the messenger, Alexa. Please, continue your efforts, Mr. Ford.
Okay, let's see then. What is this? The bedroom which Rebecca Carisle is staying. The room located on the middle of Florida mansion towards the parking. Oh. Doesn't match Zachary's suicide note. Okay. So she was in a conference call. Okay, so Rebecca is probably not the killer then, too. Okay.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, we've already been in here.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
My parents would...
Okay. Let me see if there's a way to get into that room through the side here. Hopefully there is. Okay, this is the room that we want to go into now. Looks like so far we've eliminated 2 suspects. Okay, looks like we'll just go in through the balcony then. Greenhouse.
A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
Shoes? Shoes and footprints found in Emma and Gregory's room. Somebody's been outside. Alibi confirmed. Okay, so Rebecca's not the killer here. Let's get more evidence before we start talking to the suspects. Okay, and there's something I'm missing from Zachary's room, I believe. I do like this this mystery so far. This is pretty interesting.
Looking good today, sir.
Maybe it's something on the ceiling that I'm not seeing. Oh, this. I can't believe I missed that. A whiskey glass and bottle found on Zachary's bedside table. Shopping for Wellington boots. Okay. Let's go back to Emma and Gregory's room, because there's something we still haven't, Okay, which room was that here again? This is the room, but what am I missing? What is this here?
Now this is interesting, 47.
A letter from Emma's mother found in the room in which Emma and Gregory Carisle are staying. The letter states that Emma's father was the late Montgomery Carisle, Alexa and Zachary's older brother, and that the 2 younger siblings murdered him. Apparently, the 2 murderers were unaware that Emma's mother was expecting his child. Wait, I gotta process this one more time here. Alexa and Zachary's older brother, and the 2 younger siblings murdered him. Apparently, the 2 murderers were unaware that Emma's mother was expecting his child. Okay. Emma's starting to look pretty suspicious here. But is there anything else in this room? Three to 4 clues. I guess there's something that I'm just not seeing. It has to be like in my face or something. I guess I just don't see it. I don't know what I could be missing. Yeah, I'm completely unsure on what I could be missing here. I don't know. Okay, let's look at the locations here again. Okay, Zachary's room. Okay, let's go to Mr. Fernsby's office. Where is his office?
No, you should probably.
I don't see the office, but we're gonna go to the greenhouse. Let's go to that greenhouse. Let's see what's there. Boat key. That might be useful for later.
Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though.
Okay, we need a wrench, but I see where a wrench is, actually. There's a wrench right out here, yep. Let's fix that lab equipment. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I see now the poison was made here. What else am I missing, though? There's something else that I'm not seeing, I guess. There's something I'm supposed to take a picture of.
This is a table showing lethal dosages for the poison used to kill Zachary.
Something is circled, 47. Female, age 65 to 79, 60 to 64 kilograms. I'd say Madame Carisle is next in line for a poisoning.
Okay, so whoever did this is trying to target her next. But we're gonna kill her anyway, she's the target. Wonder if we can use that to our advantage somehow.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
Gotta check out his office then. A list. A list written by Mr. Fernsby, the butler, details various preparations for tomorrow's pretend funeral and a photo shoot scheduled for today by the fountain in the gardens. The handwriting does not match Zachary's suicide note.
Painkillers. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carisle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47?
Zachary's half-burnt diary.
This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself. Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carisle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
We want to get to the bottom of this. Okay. Emma and Gregory's room. Let's go back in there. And there's something in here that I'm missing. So guys, at this point, I took a break. I got off the game for some time. I got back on the game, and I was just running around the mansion constantly, just trying to see if I missed something. And it turns out that I actually missed the cane. That's what I missed. That was actually the last piece of evidence in Emma's room. And a lot of you guys are probably going to be wondering, how could you miss the cane? The reason that I missed the cane was because I actually thought that it was just a melee weapon. I thought it was just something you pick up, like a melee weapon, something throwable. I didn't think that it was actually a clue, but it was a clue, and what the cane does is the cane is actually used as a switch to open up the hidden room, which you can go into Zachary's room. So the cane is pretty much the final piece of the puzzle, which proves that Emma is definitely the killer. Now, I don't know whether there's another piece of evidence. There might be like a note or something else that shows Emma's handwriting, but running around the mansion, I wasn't able to find anything more than this. If you were able to find something more than me here, let me know in the comments down below, but it's this cane. That was the final piece of evidence. But anyways, let's move on to the rest of the gameplay here when we solve this murder mystery now.
Patrick Carisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
Ask about Zachary.
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexa used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. So, is that it?
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary tops himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
Question: the son of Emma and Gregory. Patrick is the suspect in the murder of Zachary Carisle. Claims he was a staff member called Rosie at the time of Zachary's death. He says he found Zachary creepy as hell and have no ambition, and adds that the deceased once had a promising career but gave it up to live in isolation. That's probably his guilt. Lastly, Patrick says Zachary might have killed himself or that Mr. Fernsby could have done it. I wonder if we can find that NPC and we can ask her if she was with him. That would give him an alibi. An alibi is basically what an alibi is, it basically tells you where that person was.
How are things coming along inside? Is everything ready for tomorrow?
I can't deal with all this pretend funeral.
Oh, ask about Patrick.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carisle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
Okay, so alibi confirmed on him.
Fake funeral tomorrow. Zachary found dead upstairs today. Death is everywhere. I never thought of it that way. Oh, God. It's such a big responsibility having a baby. I have to protect it, right? How do you even do that? I can't do that.
Okay, so there, that was, that's Patrick's alibi confirmed. Let me see, Rebecca, her alibi is confirmed, but we're still gonna ask her.
Rebecca Carisle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer?
Tell me
Ask about Zachary.
Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends.
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Okay, that's everything. Okay, let's talk to her now.
Emma Carisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got
She might be the killer.
And had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know?
You have uncovered enough evidence to tell Madame Carisle that Emma is the murderer. Quite the detective, 47.
So how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here.
I suggest you go tell Mr. Fernsby. Unless you think there are more secrets to uncover.
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Gregory Carisle, Can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Is that all? Not
Ask
very
about
thorough,
Zachary.
are you?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach! Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? The only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing, really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Okay, let's look at everything that we've got now. Edward, we just never questioned Edward. Okay, let's see if we can find him. I think this is him. Oh.
Professor Edward Carlisle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca, they had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can do to help?
Suspicious activity.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
Alibi confirmed. Okay. Edward says he's staying at the local inn, that he and Gregory were having drinks there at the time of, Zachary's death. He's unsure if Zachary could have killed himself and says to ask Rebecca as the two of them had a long talk. Edward finds both Alexa's fake death and Zachary's apparent suicide unsettling. Okay. So there's only two suspects left, the butler. We know the butler didn't do it. It's most likely Emma. Did we find everything that we needed, though? Okay. And there's one more clue left in Emma and Gregory's room. What am I missing in there? Oh, here we go. What is this? Shoes and footprints found in Emma and Gregory's room, matching the prints on the terrace outside the room. Okay, so, wow. Okay, so she was, okay, so she was outside. Is there a basement to this house? No, there isn't. Wait, I just realized this has been open, and I was looking at this the wrong way. Dump missing propane. Maybe something was dumped down there. I gotta get down there. Let's see if I'm right on this.
find out if the vote was notarized. But how the hell did that happen? Nope. We all signed it. I gave it to him in person. He says he got it notarized the very same.
Okay, so now let's try to figure out what happened here, and I'm assuming there has to be writing or something someplace that you can find, but I wasn't able to find that around the mansion. So Zachary helped plan the murder of his older brother a long time ago with Alexa, and he thought that Alexa was dead. He felt guilty, and he wanted to expose that to the world. But Gregory has an alibi. He was with Edward. Rebecca had an alibi. She was on her conference call. Computer records also confirmed this. Patrick has the alibi. He was with the girl. Fernsby, he doesn't have an alibi, but we know he didn't do it. His handwriting doesn't match, which all it is Emma. Emma, I believe that she wants to take over the house. That's what I think, at least. So she thought that Alexa was dead, and now I guess she went after Zachary, because Zachary would be next in line to succeed her, and then she realized Alexa was still alive. Let's see if I'm right on this. And I'm assuming that if you accuse the butler gets taken away, and then she ends up actually poisoning Alexa. We'll have to see on that. Where's this butler? Okay, here's the butler.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carisle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Okay, let's see how this goes now. I'm assuming we'll probably be put in a room alone with her. This is probably where the case file is kept, up here.
Right.
This is Madame Carisle's office. Please step inside.
Her office. Yup, this has got to be where the case file is kept.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
Accuse Zachary? How would you even do that when Zachary's dead? Okay, accuse Emma.
Your niece, Emma Carisle, murdered your brother Zachary.
My niece? Emma is not my niece. She's my daughter-in-law.
And your niece. Emma is the illegitimate child of your late older brother Montgomery, who you and Zachary killed.
Oh, right, she's the illegitimate child.
Years ago.
That's preposterous.
You asked me to find out what happened to Zachary. Would you rather not know?
No. No, go on.
I found a letter from Emma's mother, Jane, who was the fiancée of your older brother at the time of his death. She witnessed how you and Zachary pushed him off the balcony. She believed you did it to steal the Carisle empire from her and her unborn child. And she raised Emma to reclaim what she lost. Marry your heir, Gregory, get revenge, and secure the Carisle empire for her bloodline generations to come.
Emma is the daughter of Montgomery and that local girl, Jane.
She is.
Well, the girl got it wrong. I didn't steal anything. I did what was necessary to protect the future of the Carisles. Montgomery wasn't cut out to take over from father. All heart and no balls.
Emma used the funeral gathering to speed up her installment as the lady of the house, seizing the opportunity to stage Zachary's suicide. She did her homework, used a poison made from one of Zachary's rare plants, found old floor plans from Thornbridge Manor to gain access to his room through a secret passage.
That scheming bitch.
More than you think. I found proof that she will try to poison you next.
Well, I'll have to take care of that. Thank you, Mr. Whitmer. You have not disappointed. I promised you I would reward you generously if you solved the case. So, what do you suggest?
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Edwards, the Constant. But how do you... Oh, I see. I expected you might show up. But to kill me, not help me. But I've been wrong on so many things lately, so why not this one? I will give you the file on Edwards. You've earned it. I don't suppose I could convince you to deal with my daughter-in-law now you're here. I would like to see her dead. No? What a shame. I'll have to see to it some other way then.
So she'll give us the case file.
The file you want is in the safe. God, I hope you get Edwards and make him hurt. I need some privacy.
Thank you. Good work, 47.
Please stay back.
That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carisle.
Okay, I guess I can just push her off now. There we go.
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
What's wrong with Diana's... Okay, now we just leave. Let's get out of here.
I can't forget his eyes.
Wrong place. This way, here. Okay. So wow, we just knocked out 2 birds with 1 stone. We got the case file and we also threw her off the balcony. Okay, let's see here, hang on. Where is that boat? Because I know there was a boat. And it's nice how this disguise, no one is able to see through it. That's kind of crazy. Let's get our suit back and let's leave. Okay, we gotta be careful when leaving, but we should be good. Wait until he turns around here. Okay. Anyone else here? Okay, let's jump down here then.
I heard Mary fainted when she heard Madame Carisle was still alive.
Okay, we gotta be careful still, we can get spotted. Okay. Okay, here we go. I don't know where that boat could have been, but... Okay, we just jump over the fence, right? That jumping over the fence there might be a little risky. Let's see, we'll try jumping over the fence. Okay, looks like we're good, actually.
47. They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
Wait, what? Okay, let's leave. Let's see what's going on now. We got a decent amount of challenges done there. Okay. Nice, silent assassin. Okay. You owe him nothing? What's gonna be happening here now?
47. Don't respond, just listen. Diana can't help you now. You need to find Olivia. She will know what to do. I wish there had been more time.
And then there were none.
And then there were none.
Burnwood. Now, it's
he's referencing the book I talked about earlier. Oh no.
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah? How about now?
Over here! Cover me!
Walk away!
Or what? You gonna take us all on?
There's a lot of guards.
Don't. Tell the Constant to start running!
You think you've won? 47 is out there. And 47 never misses his mark.
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood. That's what makes you valuable.
You're delusional. You think I would betray 47?
Trust me, you owe him nothing.
What is this?
I told you we could... And I meant it. I look forward to your call.
47's contract to assassinate Diana's parents?
Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight. We're all that's left now.
Oh man, so Lucas Gray is dead now. Now we go to Berlin in the next mission. So I hope that you guys are enjoying this. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everyone.